Hi, I'm Azra.
And hi, I'm Theandra.
And you're listening to the A&T Friendship Diaries. What's up, y'all? And welcome to another episode of
None your business.
segment here on Tuesdays that we host. So, of course, I found a topic from the gram that we're going to talk about
Come
today.
on, Graham. It keeps delivering.
It does. That's because people be posting the weirdest shit, and this is yet another one for the books.
And they put their life out there. So
they
give us content. Thank you.
We appreciate it. I understand it's none of our business, but we sure finna talk about this here tonight. So the post reads, husband and I met as co-workers at Taco Bell. I always had a plan to get a better job. I went to school and I did. 5 years later, he's still there, happy and hanging with younger coworkers. He's 36, no car, and any discussion of a better job causes fights. Advice, please. Advice, please. I hate the way you deep side. Your advice
Well,
gonna be serious.
my advice is, of course, it sounds like they've already had conversations, and the conversations end up in an argument. So I will only have to assume that the argument is he's happy where he is. He's living his American dream. And if that's not good enough for her, then he's giving you your answer. Y'all have grown apart. Just because you've been with somebody or you started a relationship with somebody, that don't mean you're supposed to end up with them. Like that don't mean
they married though.
Oh,
it says
dang,
husband.
that's what she meant. Oh, you said husband.
Husband and I met.
Oh, dang.
As co-workers at Taco Bell.
I mean, but she said she's always had plans. What was his plans?
I mean, that's the question. Yeah.
Because
she definitely talks that she had plans, but she never says, like, he told me in the beginning that, he wanted to go to school and get an engineering degree, and it's 5 years later and he's still at Taco Bell. Like, that would have helped me.
Right. But because see, this one thing we gotta see, women, we have a tendency of doing this. Men will tell us exactly what their plans are. But we feel like we hear something totally different. So he'd be like, it was probably like this. He was probably like, she was like, let me tell you something, boy. Okay. I got plans. I got goals. I'm not trying to wrap this bean and burrito up every night for the next 5 years. So I've got a plan. I'm going to get a degree. I'm going to college. What about you? He was like, shoot, I hope this be mine one day. Talking about the Taco Bell? This right here? This right here?
Yeah.
This. And then she was probably thinking, well, that's what he said, but
he may change his mind. Right,
he may change his mind once he see me going to school and burning the midnight oil and walk across that stage and get a better paying job. It's gonna motivate him to be. So it just depends on the circumstance. And if you knew beforehand that this was his dream, then
you should be happy.
You should be happy,
right?
Because you stuck like Chuck, unless you want a divorce.
I hope not.
That's what I'm saying. So you stuck like Chuck.
Yeah. And I say I hope not, but I kind of definitely understand what you're saying, where it's just like we hear what it is that we want to hear sometimes. Whether it was a guy or a girl.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, that saying, when people show you who they are, believe them. Sometimes people straight out tell you what it is, and you'll be thinking like, nah, that can't be true. We can't.
Like really when Madeline was like, I want Randall. Y'all go check out the Ultimate episode. She made it clear what she wanted. Like,
correct. If Randall would have picked her, I think she definitely would have been down because she stated what she wanted. And sometimes people are like that. Sometimes people state they're very clear, and it's because it's not what we want to hear. We hear something totally different, or we rationalize what they said in our mind.
Now, what's the problem? Because she said, I had dreams and aspirations. So is your problem that he didn't have any, or that his dreams and aspirations didn't match yours, or he did have dreams and aspirations, but somewhere along the line,
his train jumped off the track?
Yeah, his train jumped off the track. It changed because,
No, yeah, I feel like, and then she asked for advice, and I'm just like, sis, anybody with some reasonable thoughts, some logical thoughts can't give you advice to
No,
this
we can't.
because you didn't tell us his point of view. Did he state to you in the beginning when y'all first met as co-workers what his dreams were?
Yeah.
And now he's not living up to them? Did he not state that he didn't have any dreams? Because if he didn't state that he had a particular dream in regards to finances and career, then please take your post away.
Yeah, if he took you outside and like, you see where they say Taco Bell, that's gonna say Rondell. Okay, you know, I don't know his name. I'm just saying, like,
right. And the only way to do that, but then in the post it says, wait, let me pull it back.
Because what did she go to school to do?
Because she says, wait. Well, I mean, that's true. She said she got a better job, whatever that is. But she says he's 36.
Ooh.
No car.
Ooh, why you ain't got no car?
Wait, no.
Sorry. Y'all married. You got one? Because if you got one, he got one.
That girl, get out of my brain. I was just going to say, okay.
So
but
you say y'all ain't got no car?
That's what it's got to be.
Be real.
Yeah, because he's a reflection of you. Right. I mean, that's what marriage is. So if he don't got a car, then 9 times out of 10, you don't got a car either. Because if you got a car, he got a car. We one unit. We an amoeba. We husband and wife. We moving along this life thing
unless
together.
You feel like what's mine is mine. You know, like, because, you know, she said.
And then at the end of the, well, if that's the case, then they just, their relationship is.
Because I'm like.
It's just done for.
You know, he ain't got nowhere to stay neither.
Oh, right. See, you get what I'm saying.
So he stayed in the manager's office at Taco Bell. I don't know what Taco Bell is.
But then I was thinking too, okay, so saying that he has no car, before we condemn him, I suppose, I must use the word condemn, but before we start talking about him not having a car, where do y'all live? That's one of my questions before I'm like, damn, he ain't got no car. Where do y'all live? Because if y'all live in New York, don't nobody got a car. That's the norm.
Well, she put it out there like it is the norm. So
I mean, she did, but I still got questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna assume and then bad mouth this man, because that's what I feel. Even though she's saying advice, I don't feel like she's really looking for advice.
She's looking for what she wants us to tell her. Like, girl, you need to leave, you need to pack your bags and go. So she can have the confirmation that she needs to leave. Look, boo, if you want to leave, then just leave. Don't try to get validation from somebody else to try to make it right in your mind by giving us half the facts. Yeah, because I got questions too. I got questions. Because he could be now.
If y'all live up north, for the most part, there's really no need for a vehicle. So him not having no car and her saying it as shade.
Right.
It's righteously really not
that's
shade.
Your boo. Right. It's
so
not
then I
shade.
need more information. I need more information.
For all we know, he could be working at Taco Bell, but he get her his check every week.
Correct.
And he ain't got no car because he ain't got no money to get no car because you make the money. So you're saying because I make the money, I'm gonna be the one that handles our finances.
Right.
Because
so
I
have his check over.
I have the degree behind us. You ain't got the backing to be over my finances, because I just don't see, and I could be wrong, but I just don't see a woman who has spent because she made sure she said, I had dreams, I had goals, I went to school, I got a better job. I can't see a woman doing all of that and then trying to look at him still being at Taco Bell. Like, she's already painted the picture that not that she thinks she's better than him, but she's qualified.
Yeah, it sounds that way.
And so why would I, a degreed woman, allow you to handle our finances and you work at Taco Bell? So I feel like that's the reason why he ain't got no car, because it's not in the budget for you, boo.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So he probably get her his check and she probably get him a stipend out of it, and the stipend that he gets isn't enough,
right,
to pay a car payment.
And even though he's still working at Taco Bell, I guarantee you that his Taco Bell checks pays a bill in their house.
Pays more than a few. And he bring home food. Bro, those cinnamon twists from Taco Bell, don't play.
Yo, I'm only weak because in the kitchen right now, I got a I think it's called a toasted cheese chalupa.
Man, them chalupas.
And a cinnamon twist, thing of cinnamon twist. And they got this new drink.
Man, them nacho fries
called
I'm
Dragon
like, hey, babe, look, bring me some of them nacho fries. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
baby, I would have been the first one with the Mexican pizza when it came back out. They worked there too,
right?
Please just put one Mexican pizza to the side for me.
I'm about to pull up. They would know me in the drive-thru. Here come so and so. Cause they already know.
What's the baby? We gonna call him Jeff. Jeff, your girl outside? Yeah. I came to get something to eat. Now, again, we don't know their situation. We're laughing, but she still just did not give us enough information, I feel like, to ask for advice.
And I bet you her circle's different. See, she threw in there. She got a degree. He likes hanging with those young workers. So she got a degree, so she got a better job. It put her in a better circle of friends.
Or so, I wouldn't say better. I would circle, say different.
But different circle of friends. Yeah. And she probably feels some type of way because they're probably, you know, how cool a talk go.
Oh yeah.
So what your husband do?
Oh yeah, absolutely. When you work in, she's giving big corporation office vibes. When you work in a corporation office, you already know that's the first thing they be wanting to know: what your spouse does, where you been, what you did.
You remember
all that shit, like
Julia. I never ever make a fool of you.
So yeah, she's probably getting questions that she's having a hard time answering.
Yeah.
So therefore, she wants him to fix his situation.
Which that's probably why it starts arguing, because he like, I don't understand why you coming to me like this, because you already knew.
Right. This is who I was.
Right.
When we met, I worked at Taco Bell.
Right. And I already told you, I'm like, you know, trying to be like McDowell's.
Get his own.
They buns. My buns have no C's. Yeah. They the golden arches. We the golden arcs. Yeah. Allegedly.
Correct. Supposedly. Yeah, it's true. He could have had dreams to own his own Taco Bell. Again, she should have gave us more information.
But I'm not about to. I'm not the rain on dudes parade.
No,
because I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I feel like you said, she didn't give us enough information, and I don't know how you coming at him. Like sometimes,
right? I would like to be a fly on the wall
for
one of their arguments,
because I want to know how. I mean, how are you encouraging him? Because sometimes you can get more flies with honey.
Absolutely. And
because it's a certain way, sometimes you gotta, you know,
right?
You gotta talk to your man. You can't come. I like to say I ain't in there, but you can't come in there and be like, I mean, you know, I don't know if you noticed or not, but
I didn't win.
I got something right there. You see all that over there on the wall,
right?
That says degree.
Yeah. We don't know how if we don't know how she's approaching the situation, but if y'all are married and you're wanting to stay together and you're wanting the marriage to work, then there is a certain type of way. It shouldn't be an argument. It should be a conversation.
Right. It should be a conversation.
Yeah, because y'all are married.
Right.
And this is forever.
And then just get down to the nitty gritty. So this is what you're happy at. Because see, we don't know if he still work cash register. We don't. I mean, he could be a manager by now,
working at Taco Bell.
You know, so like if
and managers of fast food restaurants make good money.
They work a lot of hours, but they make good money.
They do work a lot of hours, but they do make good money. And if money is the issue, because that's what she talked about in the post, she didn't talk about the hours that he be at Taco Bell working. She was talking about the money. So if he's the manager, then the money really shouldn't be the issue, even though he's still at Taco Bell. Right?
No. Now, if on top of the money, he's slacking in other areas, then I could get it, because then you got more than one issue. But
no, I understand that.
I mean, he's not bringing in any money.
Correct.
You know, and like I said, I just need more information, because, you know, I don't know what, and we still don't know what she do. I mean, you went to school, you got a degree. It took you 5 years, but what if it was like you remember on How High? She was like 6 years at a community college is not what I had in mind.
Right. As in school for a minute. Like, and we don't know. And not that, again, not that it really matters, but we don't know what she went to school for, what she's now
Yeah, you could have
currently
a degree in
doing.
basket weaving.
Yeah, like, again, I don't think that shaming this man in any way, and maybe she wasn't looking for shame, but it just kind of has the tone that she was.
Yeah, because she's like, he ain't got no car. That's why I forgot that you said married, because she sounded like he was just a boyfriend.
Yeah, yeah, it did sound, the post didn't sound
So I'm like, girl, that's easy. Leave him.
right.
But him being your husband, that's something totally different. I don't.
Yeah, it's not easy, and I think she should just be going about it differently. Like, I think she should. I don't think she should have put the post up
No.
looking for the advice. Not only because she didn't give us enough information, but at the same time because it's her husband.
Right. And
And,
there's
and
always
again, people
Usher
can.
said his best. Well, I don't
What
know
did
if
Usher
he
say?
said it, but I know it's on his side songs.
So who would
He
he say?
said there's two sides, no, three sides to every story. Her side, his side, and the truth. Because truth appears differently to everybody. Like it's kind of like how you can, like me and you can watch a movie, and there may be a lot of things that we both take from it,
Right.
but then there's different perspectives, and you be like, oh, I didn't even see it that way. Like I didn't watch the movie that way,
Right.
or I didn't hear it that way. So it's just your lifestyle, your life upbringing, how you receive information. So still, just based on her side, we don't know what he. I mean, he probably wanted her to be at Taco Bell forever. Like we was gonna be in Buddy Cloud. We was supposed to die in this.
I don't I don't know, but wherever she put the post up at, she, in my mind, should have known that social media, she posted it on social media, and that people always got something to say on social media. Everybody always has advice, comments, all of the above. And so it made it to one of those bigger platforms
Mm-hmm.
on social media. And so on the post itself, almost 14,000 people
What they say?
14,000 people commented, and I promise you, the majority of them read like, leave him. You should have been left. You knew what it was before you even asked the question. You didn't even have to ask the question because you already knew. Really?
That's the response
That's
she wanted, because she wanted justification
for leaving.
for leaving.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
No, I mean, just no, I don't like it either. Because if her decision is made based upon the response she gets, she's already walking in error.
Correct.
Number one.
Somebody commented, dude is at a place in his life where he is content. Move on and find someone that wants to build with you. You are welcome. They married.
Right. It ain't that easy.
It's not that easy to move on.
Yeah, because all that stuff, all that getting she got is half of it is his.
Correct. So she just might want to uplift bruh while
It's
he had
cheaper to
Taco
keep him. Because you mess around, she making too much bread, she mess around be paying him alimony.
Somebody said, who wants to be with someone who has no goals or ambition?
But we don't know if you don't have any goals.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Ambitions.
And this is why I don't like when people do posts like this, because you did not give us his side.
Right.
She just gave us her point of view and what it looks like to her. And all of these responses are just, I don't know. I don't like them. They're not, and you know us, like we say stuff and we laugh, but our heart of hearts is not to tear down people.
No.
Like, no. And these comments of the leave him, you should have been left, it just makes it seem like he don't have no value.
Right.
And I don't like that.
And I'm like, so, because you married, I'm very spiritual. So I'm like,
wait, he might not have any value. So let me also be clear on that.
Yeah.
But we don't freaking know.
We don't know.
I wish
it's
we
not
would
enough
know.
information.
I can't give
and
an
even if he didn't have any values at all, it's still a decision you got to make, because this is a covenant you got to break.
Correct.
So I mean, we could give you advice on it, but at the end of the day, you still got to do what's right for you
and your husband.
Hey, what was that movie where old dude didn't seem like he had ambition? Taraji Henson played in it.
Oh, where he was making something. He was an inventor.
Yeah, he was an inventor, and she was working hard.
Correct.
Like breaking her back, working how they lost because he don't took out loans.
Correct.
And she had
at the brink when she left.
Yeah, she had every right to be upset because they was going through a lot.
They were going through a lot.
He was like, "But you never believed in me," and she was like, "I believed in you. I've been doing this for 15 years. I'm just tired."
Yeah.
And then when she finally like left him, it's like his invention got right. He blew up. He lived a lavish life.
Living in a mansion.
I think she wanted children. Something happened where she couldn't have children. Now she was like, she literally snapped and went crazy because she was like, I put in all that time. Like, she's reaping the reward. I put in those years with you.
Right.
And now she's reaping the reward of what I poured into you. Because sometimes we feel like when we pour into people, we pour into people with an expectancy or a return of investment,
correct,
type look.
Yeah, and that's what she sounds like. She's looking for a return.
It's like the scales, like
on her investment,
right? And so, but sometimes you lose money. You just got to walk away. You know,
love isn't everything. I understand that. I understand that a marriage cannot be have longevity just based off of love alone. But I hope that she is taking all of the things into consideration. Like, well, damn, we did never really talk about it. Or damn, he did say that he wanted to do such and such. Why isn't he doing it? Let's get down to the root cause. You know what I'm saying?
Because maybe his dream wasn't her. It didn't fit into her narrative. We just allegedly, because we don't know.
We don't know.
And by default, killed any dream he had. Like, what if his dream was like, I want to do such and such, or I want to do this. And she's like, well, that's not really a good career. You should do such and such and such and such. And it's like, well, shoot, you killed everything I bring up is not good enough. So I'm just going to be here. We never know.
Right. So at least I'm happy at Taco Bell. I can go to work every day. I can bring in a check. I can bring in money.
Because this is what I want to know before you married him. So obviously he was still at Taco Bell.
They both was.
So I want to know what changed.
And she said he's 36. It was 5 years ago. So that means he was 31.
When you met him at Taco Bell.
Yes, ma'am.
So
how old were you? I want to know how old she was.
Right.
She didn't give us enough information and I don't like it. Yeah, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm freaking out.
And then, how long had he been there? Because if he's 31 and he's like, oh, I've been working since I was 17. Well, that might have been a clue.
And he's not the manager. Yeah, you can't be 31 and been working there since you were 17 and not be the manager. You still cannot be.
And if he's been there 5 years, man, I'm pretty. You can move. He probably the manager.
Yeah, he got to be the manager. But she didn't tell us that. See, she wasn't very helpful.
No, I don't think he's 5 years still.
Right. He's got to be a decent worker. They ain't fired him.
Right.
He's still there, so he's contributing something. They're not paying that baby just to be up there.
No.
Sorry, I got real because I hate this post.
And who knows, when she met him at 31, that might have been his investment. He might have been the franchise owner of that Taco Bell.
She didn't tell us.
No, she didn't.
She made it seem like
she probably like, hey, look, you can sell this. We can do it.
He made it seem like he was the cashier.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so one of the comments says, and I kind of sort of like it. Nothing wrong with Taco Bell if he's being promoted to manager or district manager or something like that. If not, that possibly could be an issue. At the same time as I'm typing, I'm like, if he's happy and y'all aren't struggling financially, why not let him be? Another thing is, if he just loves the company that much, maybe he should consider franchising.
Right.
And what if he doesn't know that?
Yeah.
What if he doesn't know? Like, babe, we can buy one of these mugs and you
right.
can have
like you can have
Taco
two,
Bell.
bruh. I can get you 2 more of them mugs, right?
Right.
Right. What you think about 3 freaking Taco Bells?
Right. So are y'all having those
burritos everywhere? Burritos everywhere. Like, are y'all speak to the passion that's in your man?
Exactly. Are y'all having those type of discussions? Maybe he just does not know. Like, babe, you don't have to just sit here and be at this level at Taco Bell. Like, do you want to own one of these mugs? Help him.
Right.
Wife.
Right. I've look, sometimes you gotta look, women, like, come on, like, use.
She asked for the advice.
Right. My advice is, honey, sometimes you gotta know how to talk to your man. Like, it could be like, babe, the dry ain't working. What you mean the dry ain't working? Babe, it ain't working. I don't know what's wrong with it, but you know how to fix a dry? Like, no, I don't know how to fix no dry. I bet you if you look on YouTube, I bet you could do it. Didn't you fix such last time?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, dry, man, that's nothing for you. I bet you got this, babe. And then while he back there, you like, do you need some tools? Baby, you need some water? Look at you. Look at my man trying to fix the dryer.
Because men love affirmation.
They love it.
Men eat
He be back there about to get the electrocuted. But he gonna fix that goddamn dryer.
Is.
And then when he fixed that dryer, you make sure that you got some dinner on the table.
And most women,
I knew you could do it, baby.
Right. Thank you so much for fixing my dryer.
Look here. Be all toasty in the morning leaving out. Throw my jacket in there, be toasty on the way to work.
Because of you.
Because of you.
So another post says, or another comment says, everyone is saying leave him and maybe she should. But I didn't hear her say he doesn't treat her right or that he isn't a great partner. And maybe those things are the reason she's asking instead of just running. Maybe she should have a goal conversation. I like a goal conversation.
Yeah.
And set and have intention for their lives. See if he's on board with it. Maybe he can stay at that job, but become a manager or higher and start making a better salary. Then she could feel better about his goals. I had to read it like that because, reading other people's writing on the social media sometimes make it sound like you don't know how to read.
But I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like,
I think a goal conversation, just that saying,
but she
I
said,
like that.
Yeah, but she said it always starts arguing, but I gotta, it's how you approach people too. Right. And like she said, she didn't say he treated her bad.
Right.
He is working.
So,
I mean, the question is it a deal breaker? Because he's been working at Taco Bell, so it wasn't a deal breaker.
Take him on the ultimatum.
Oh, that would be,
but a different type of ultimatum, like ultimatum.
Ultimatum. Did we just create another show? Why we put it out there on? Hey, look.
Right.
This gonna be time stamp, but that would be a great show.
Yeah.
For two different driven couples, and
one wants to be a millionaire and one just wants to live life and be happy. Not worried about all the latest technology or living on Fifth Avenue
or keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, or having name brand things. They just want to be happy, content, pay the bills, make sure the lights come on, make sure there's food in the fridge, make sure the TV works. The basics. Some people are good with the basics. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't have the I need a 5-bedroom, 3-bedroom house with 3,800 square feet. You know what I'm saying? 2 cars in a garage, 2 garages. Everybody doesn't have that
push start car.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Right. Because there's somebody out there for everybody.
Absolutely.
Just like there are some people that like to live very minimalistic.
Oh yeah.
And they literally live out of backpack.
Yeah. And they're grow their food.
Yeah, they're driving around they don't live in I don't want to leave a footprint on the environment. You got people like that. But for somebody who want to have their spa treatments and the cucumbers over their eyes, and
that's a totally different.
Right. So it's just y'all not compatible. So it's not that either one of you are wrong. It's just that you're not right for each other.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. Yeah, and that is okay. I don't think it's about either one being wrong. Absolutely, sister. I do agree with you there. Just a conversation might need to be had. And I understand that she said the conversation leads to arguments, but then maybe she needs to switch up the way they conversate if she wants to truly get this resolved. It's not about what he's not doing. It's about what is she going to do, because she's the one who did the post. So she needs to be okay.
And you're right. So since she was the one that did the post, I feel like there should be a conversation to be had. Absolutely. And I feel like the reason why she led out with what was irking her, because I feel like she's the one that's growing apart.
Yeah,
from him. Right. Like she's at a place now in her life.
Her level is different.
Her level is different.
Yeah.
And so because he's not on her level, that's the issue that she has. Right. And if she don't either come to peace with it, come to terms with it, or they don't compromise about it, it's just going to be a wedge that's going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger.
Agreed. And then she'll start to resent him.
She'll start to resent him every time she come in. Or if she's doing the laundry, she's going to be like, I'm tired of washing this. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's everything about him is going to irk her.
Somebody said, I wonder if he helped her pay for school.
Bruh.
Right.
Bruh. Oh, that's a whole nother point. Oh.
That puts a whole nother spin on it. That's crazy. Yo,
because what if, because like, think about it. What if he did have a goal, but they both couldn't go to school at the same time?
We know it.
So I'm going to let you go first.
Yep.
And then by the time they go, he's like, dude, I'm 36. Like, I met a manager now.
Yep.
So it's like, I'm not necessarily content where I am, but I'm 36. You know, I'm gonna be, I guess, content where I am right now. Yep. And now I'm cool because somebody had to pay the bills while she was in school.
Correct. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who still work full-time jobs and go to school, but you know, it's tiring. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might miss a day or two of school. If she was working at Taco Bell, she didn't get no PTO.
Right.
If she was working at Taco Bell and going to school, she didn't get paid if she didn't show up. At Taco Bell, I believe you got to show up to get paid.
You got to show up to get paid.
Correct. I don't know if Taco Bell offers vacation.
She said that was 5 years ago.
If Taco Bell don't offer vacation, that's not nice. I don't know if they do, but I just wanted to put that out there. Like, they should be offering vacation to their employees. But hell, the way that society is set up right now, a lot of the employees is on vacation because ain't nobody working the drive-thrus.
No.
The pharmacist is closing at 6.
Bruh.
You know, that threw me for a loop. We don't have, people are not working like they used to.
We ain't got this certain amount of food because trucks ain't being delivered. Ain't nobody driving the trucks.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole thing. But that's a good point. He probably...
He's contributed.
Yeah, he's contributed something.
Yeah.
Whether it's, you know...
Somebody said, get counseling to try to find a way to move forward.
Yeah.
You never know. He's smiling, but he might be depressed and feel like he's stuck. And that's why the arguments start, because he doesn't know how to express that. This person is very wise. I like that. And don't take your advice from wishy, fickle ass people in this comment
having
section.
People tell my girl leave, they man ain't got no job, ain't got no car, they ain't even married, they probably got 3 or 4 kids by.
Correct. And this person said your first go-to answer should not be to throw your marriage away. And I totally agree. No. I'm telling you, for like the first
not over
100 comments was like, leave them. You know, it's time.
Look, let me tell you something, honey. The grass ain't always greener.
Yeah. Somebody said, do you love him for who he is or not? Somebody said, kudos to him for having that job for 5 years. That's tough.
Yeah.
I do agree.
So we already know he's a hard worker.
Correct. Because it's Taco Bell. I'm pretty sure that's not an easy job, especially if they open till 2 a.m. like most. Well, before the pandemic.
Yeah, it ain't no easy job.
No. So yeah, I agree with that. Kudos. The deeper into the comments that you get, I do like some of these comments better, but initially these people were just, this one, you shouldn't have even married him. This chick
Which
says,
that would be right if y'all don't have the same. If you knew beforehand y'all didn't have the same career path goal, and you knew that's a deal breaker for you,
right.
you know, like you got to know what's a deal breaker and what's not. What's something that we can compromise on.
Right. And there had to have been some type of conversation before wedding bells. They wasn't married at first.
Right,
They
everybody
met
do
each
that because you
other.
probably want to know: do you want kids or do you not? And if
Exactly.
you do, how many do you want?
Exactly.
Are we gonna put them in public school or it's gonna be private school?
Correct.
Nanny or no? Like
Yep.
like with some you know. So I'm pretty sure Future came in it, and if they had a discussion to where he had goals in the beginning, I felt like she would have put that in the post because it still paints him
In a bad
in a
lighting.
bad light. Like he said he
Exactly.
wanted goals. Now I don't got my degree. Now I don't know if that's necessarily the case. It
This
just
lady says, you can't help your husband out with the car. That's all I saw out of this whole post. You went to school, he probably held you down, and now you think possibly that you're better than him because now you've graduated. Nah, shorty, you push him to go to school and you stick beside him. What the heck?
right. Didn't we say that?
Correct.
What you mean?
Exactly.
He ain't got no car, boo. If he ain't got no car, then you ain't got no car.
Correct.
I don't see that.
Another person commented and said, well, he's happy, so you should be happy.
Yeah.
This last comment that I really like, it's not the last comment, but just this last comment that I came across says, everybody's saying leave him. You all have no idea the meaning of marriage.
Exactly.
Totally agree with that. Y'all need to stay single. I don't know where in the vows it says leave your spouse if they are content and happy, because that's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if the roles were reversed, he would be getting called every name under the sun.
Right. Like I said,
I agree with that.
I don't
If this was a
condone
different,
getting a
yeah,
divorce, but what I will say, if he's happy and he's content, and you already know,
and his money is paying
right,
bills,
and if he's happy,
and if his money is not paying enough bills, then pick up another shift.
right, and if he's happy and content, and his happiness and content is going to drive you to be bitter and and mean, right, then by all means, I don't condone divorce, but before you treat him like trash and make his life miserable, then please dismiss yourself.
Yeah, and that's not even the basis of that is the unhappiness and the bitterness, not because he's working at Taco Bell.
Exactly.
It's because now you're unhappy, so you're gonna make his life unhappy.
Yeah, and
so y'all finna be two unhappy ass people in what already is a hard ass world to live in.
Exactly. You know what? Because it may be, like you say, it may be better to burn, but no, it may be better to break the covenant than to keep the covenant and treat him like trash because you're still breaking the covenant.
Yep. Somebody said corporate entrepreneurship is not for everyone.
Right. It's not. Some people don't want to be in the office.
Correct. Everybody not trying to be the VP of some type of branch.
No. Like you have
some people want to be the background.
You have
singers.
some jobs, they're very stuffy. They're very, you come in, your swipe badge, come in, check. Then you got some jobs where, you're free to do whatever. You make video games, sir. Right. Come in here,
Right.
Jeans and a button down, but they some of the smartest people you ever know.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just don't understand how it could be a deal breaker because you didn't say he didn't love you, right? Your main thing is he work at Taco Bell, and to me, that's, in my opinion, for me,
that he's still working at Taco Bell.
He's still working at Taco Bell.
Yeah,
but in my thing for me, if I love you, then that's not going to be a deal breaker. I'm going to try to get down to it. Now, if you really say this is what I want to do, okay, well, I'm going to help you be smarter because as a manager, you're working 55 hours a week. I'm not trying to bury you early. So what we're going to do is we're going to franchise.
Right.
So instead of you working 55 hours a week, we get this one running smooth, keep us up at a 99 and 100 so people will drive all the way across town to eat at our Taco Bell.
And people do that.
We do that.
Absolutely.
And then I'm going to get you another one, and you're going to put a manager in place, at this one. So what you do is you get up and you're gonna make sure that they're all three running smoothly. And now you can sit back and chill.
And all you gotta do is check up on them.
All you gotta do is check up on them and collect a check. And you still living your dream.
Yeah.
Living your best life.
Yeah.
We just living it on a different level.
We own 3 Taco Bells.
Exactly.
Right. Just like we got a car.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if she worded her post wrong or she said it just like the way she said it.
And then you own that joint. Like, what if he like cooking? So if we franchise, baby, go in the kitchen. What you need? You need me to go to grocery store. When you trying to make up some new stuff to put on our menu, like.
And I was just gonna say, in some places that you franchise, they do let you come up with stuff to put on the menu that you created. It doesn't necessarily have to be a cookie cutter type menu, which I think is always fresh.
Right.
Yeah. So who knows? It's like the sky's the limit. Yeah. And some people you have to help them dream.
Yeah. If that's what he loved to do, help him dream Taco Bell bigger.
Correct. Especially if you see that they're willing to execute it, they just can't see what it is that they need to execute, then yeah, help him. Help him dream. Give him different ideas. Clearly she has, it seems like a somewhat decent thought process because she thought to go to school to make more money, blah, 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 blah. What if nobody's ever taught him that? What if shit like that has to be taught? Like, I'm so sorry.
It does.
If the nurturing, the growing up and being a part of a family and having people pour into you from a young age up until the age of 18 is very, very, very vital to who you are as an adult. Everybody doesn't get that. Everybody doesn't get told, I love you as kids. Everybody doesn't get to snuggle with their grandmas and grandpas as kids. Everybody don't know their parents. So does she really know this man? Because if she does, then she should probably know what the issue is.
Right. And it's like,
she should probably know that there ain't no issue and he's fine. She's the one that
got the issue.
Correct.
Come on, because I'm telling you, look, if you find something that's nice and that you like and that's worth
and it's working for you.
And it's working for you, like pour into that person.
Yep.
That's not just a person, that's your husband. And because you're one, you're pouring back into yourself. You're filling yourself by default.
Reflection. Exactly.
Right. You're filling yourself by default.
Yes. Because it's your husband and y'all are one.
Right.
Yeah.
And just like I don't understand why old girl didn't want to pour in to say, go watch our episode of Ultimatum. He got 6'5" reasons to want to pour into him. All right.
Y'all already know every episode. If you've been listening from day one, you already know she gonna find a way to bring Zay in on it. Yeah, she didn't pour into him. I'm sorry, boo. But if you ever get a hold to him, I know that you are. What'd you say? You want to go to the club? I'll drive you. I'll be right out here to pick you up. I brought my headphones. I'm just sit in the car and watch
Pop that glove tomorrow.
I
got you some goldfish and a juicy juice.
I had you a snack.
I'm kidding.
Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, she I don't know. She just might need to have a different conversation with him.
Yeah.
And if she's trying to have the same conversation, and every time that conversation brings an argument, then yeah, she needs to revamp the conversation.
Yeah.
Because again, it's her husband.
First thing first, honey, go pray about it. Why you?
Oh my God, we should have led with that.
Yeah,
yes, ma'am.
Go pray about it,
right.
honey.
Don't ask social media. Ask the Lord.
Yeah, because he gonna 9 to my 10, he gonna tell you nothing about him. He gonna tell you
everything about you. Exactly. He probably done already told her.
That's why she came to.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear what he said.
She didn't like what she thought the Lord was telling her. Yeah, he said
it's kind of like them kids. You know, they go to can I have a piece of cake? No, you ain't ate dinner. Then they go to dad. Can I have a piece of cake? Sure, baby.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-mm. I like the daddies to say what your mother say.
Come on.
Already on it. Because he already know. Yeah, just like she already know. He didn't probably already gave her the answer. Or showed her the answer. And she's just not trying to hear it. I wonder what he showed her. And I wonder what he told her. Ma'am, if you just happen to listen to our podcast, can you please give us a follow up?
Yeah, we would love to have you on because we to hear like a little bit more so we can ask your questions. We have both of y'all.
Right.
But
Because yeah, I need a little bit more information. And because you put it out there and you put it out there the way that you did, you got the answers that you got.
Right.
Leave them. That's so horrible. Yo, like, I don't know, for if you've ever been married and you've been in a situation where it's just like, is this a deal breaker? That ain't no easy shit.
It's not easy to decide,
that's
but
late night
it's
crying.
And then
That's on
right.
your knees praying,
and you don't want hindsight.
Man,
that hindsight, like old girl was on that movie when he went and finally the invention,
yeah,
blew up.
Yeah,
see hindsight,
right? If I would have just
been
held
a little
on,
more patient.
Yeah, she had like another 2 weeks. Hers wasn't even that long.
Bruh, could you imagine struggling
like 2 weeks later?
Could you imagine struggling as bad as she did and be 2 weeks from your blessing?
Correct.
And just
correct.
But
I don't even understand. I'm about to go back and watch that movie because I don't even understand how they didn't get back together because it had just happened. Before he got that $1 million check, they had just split up. So did she block him? Was she
I don't know. I
gotta
go watch it because I might be wrong.
Yeah, I remember. It was a short period of time. It was night and then it was day.
I remember when I was younger, he cheated on her and she got mad. And she went over there and I don't know, she tried to ram her car into his trailer or something. Yeah. And it messed her up. And that's why she couldn't have kids. So she blamed him for that.
Correct. She just had a lot of stuff going on. And you know what? The one thing that I do remember in that movie, there was no therapy. And let me tell you something. As somebody who has a therapist, I recommend therapy.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to get it.
Sometimes you just need to talk
it out.
I get it. And one person, not the gram.
Yeah, because
talk to your therapist and talk to Jesus.
Hey, yeah,
people just
you need somebody certified, okay?
Correct. Yeah, to give and therapists generally don't even give you their opinion. They repeat back to you
what you just said to make you
and make you
think,
expound on what it is that you've said.
Let's get to the root of the problem.
Exactly.
Because a therapist will be like, so why is it such a problem?
Right.
You sound successful. I mean, he's been doing it for 5 years. What's the issue? Well, then come on. Well, he don't make enough money. Are you struggling? So
then money is the issue.
So money's the issue. Well, then we can get 2 or 3 Taco Bells now, and it'll help you.
Does he need to pick up more shifts? Then it becomes less about Taco Bell being the issue and more about the money being the issue. So yeah, she needs to get down to what actually is the issue. Yeah. That's interesting. Well, darling, like I said, whatever she may do, good luck to her. Good luck to him. Really good luck to him because she sounds like she's had it.
Or you can just call Klaus and he can come compel him. You don't want to work at Taco Bell, and I'll just play. I'm kidding. No, you don't like when he take people's free will away, right?
I don't. If that man want to work at Taco Bell, let that man work at Taco Bell.
I know that's right, girl. You better enjoy them cinnamon twists.
Yeah, and next time give some more information. Give a little bit more background because as you can see, but I don't know if we even really need any background for this because all of it just seemed wrong. It seemed like she wasn't happy. The vibe wasn't happy. The post sounded like she was ready to go.
Now, I love my husband. Me and my husband had a great, wonderful relationship, wonderful marriage. He was good to me. Great. I cannot remember hardly any arguments that we had that I can literally be like, and he said this, and then I said it. Like, it's such... Because after he was gone, it was like, oh my God, I just saw what I missed of him, the pure essence of him.
Right.
And at the end of the day,
those arguments,
those disagreements, the things that we didn't see eye to eye on, none of that mattered.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Him leaving his underwear in the middle of the floor and me tripping over it, going to the bed. Because, sometimes when that little hole, sometimes they kept that big toe. Look. You be want to fight, like, bro, I almost lost my life up in here. But it be days where I wish I could trip over those underwear. Correct. So the same thing that I thought made me so upset to where I'm like, oh man, I just can't. Ask me today, I'll trip over them underwear 4, 5, 8, 9, 10 times over.
Yeah.
And be happy.
And this is why I said she definitely, because it's a marriage.
Yeah.
And I understand that for some people, marriage because marriage doesn't seem like marriages of yesteryear, it doesn't change what marriage is. Just because marriages don't look the same as how our grandparents and great grandparents does not mean that marriage itself has changed.
No,
it's the players.
Yeah.
The game is still the motherfucking same.
Yeah, but you got everybody want to make their own rules up when they sit in the game. Nope. It's kind of like when you go to somebody's house, they're like, okay, when you play spades, do you play Joker? No, we only play, we only play the jailhouse version. We only go high.
That's not how marriage goes.
No, it's not. Nope. So it's like people like, well, yeah, I'll marry, but it ain't gonna be till death do us part. It's gonna be until I'm tired of you. No.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. And this is why, again, I'm gonna go with what you said. She just needs to talk to the Lord, because asking the people on the internet won't help her.
No.
Especially if she go with all them original comments. Leave them. I'm telling you, that know who they is. We don't even know this man.
It could be him on the other end. Leave him. I'm tired of you, bro. Just leave me. No, I'm just playing.
Yo, that's funny. Right, you want to ask him? I got an answer for you. Yo, that's so fucked up. Well, that is going to. Is that our conclusion?
That's our conclusion.
That's all we got for the post.
Yeah. That's all we got.
Yeah. Don't ask social media. Talk to him.
Yeah.
Don't talk to us. Talk to him.
Yeah. Don't talk to us.
Yeah.
Because, we'll lead you wrong.
Girl, them comments, I'm telling you, I don't think they was leading her in a place. They're leading her to be
you asking a world.
The world.
Where people will buy farts in a jar. You're asking a world of people who will buy
semen on social media.
Right. Check out our other episodes.
Yeah. If you're wondering, just go through and listen to the episodes, because boy, oh boy, what world.
To the Tom hookery that goes on in America.
Correct. So yeah, don't ask them, boo. Ask the Lord and talk to your bae, because it's y'all's marriage.
Yes.
Yeah. It's still a sacred thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's sacred.
All right, y'all. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of
None Your Business.
I love this segment. I love all of our segments, but I do love the None Your Business segment, because these people give us the business to talk about. And so I like that.
I do too.
Yeah. I like being in other people's business, but from a distance, like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to comment in the comments.
Yeah, till they start, hitting us up at atfriendshipdiaries@gmail.com. Like, hey, you ain't understand. But look, you're more than welcome. Look.
Hey, you heard her. What's the email address?
atfriendshipdiaries@gmail.com.
Hit us up. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you even think about this particular podcast that we talked about today.
Rate us. Subscribe, rate, and review.
Subscribe, rate, and review. Thanks for joining in, y'all.
Peace. Hi, this is Theandra, and you're listening to the A&T Friendship Diaries podcast. Please remember to subscribe, rate, and review.